Welcome to episode 33 of Tools in the Hall. I've got Grey Pneumatic, I've got Milwaukee, and I have a few things that are specific to Coyle tools that just might blow your socks off. Let's start with Grey Pneumatic. This is their 81-piece master set, all 3/8 drive, deep and shallow, standard and metric, including a whole bunch of universals, a couple of extensions and adapters. Grey Pneumatic is outstanding quality. I would rank them on par with any premium brand. Just know that when you purchase something of the Grey Pneumatic brand, they are mostly covered by lifetime warranties. Their reducing adapters don't usually have warranties on them, nor do their thin wall sockets. So just be aware that there may be some limitations there that you find, but you're also going to find a limitation in how you handle warranty after the sale. And I tell this to you because I want you to be aware so that you have all the information you need to make a good purchase for you. And the way Grey Pneumatic works they will not honor the warranty if you purchase their products from Amazon or an eBay retailer. A lot of companies are like that, so I can't fault Grey Pneumatic for that at all. Milwaukee is like that, and I think that it's a good decision. Even though it affects the consumer, it assures that you're buying stuff from authorized dealers and retailers and that you're not just buying it from some jabroni on eBay or Amazon who may have got it by some ill-begotten means, or he may be selling his own stuff as new or whatever. At least you know that you're buying it from an authorized dealer when you buy it through a different channel, and they don't allow you to return something directly to them for warranty. They insist that you go through a dealer. Some companies like SunX have a program where if you take a photograph and you send it to them, or you can call and get a return authorization and then ship them the broken tool, they'll send you new stuff. Grey Pneumatic does not do that. So just know what it is you're getting, as you look at the entire picture of their products, not just before and during the sale, but also after the sale too. We've got dogs out there now. More dogs. If this is not your first Tools in the Hall, you're certainly used to the dogs and the chickens and the cats. If this is your first, thank you for watching. That's typical. These have been rather popular since I've gotten them in. From SE Tools, this is an articulating inspection mirror. You have a plunger down there, you just push that plunger in, and it articulates the mirror. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. There's you. I've been getting a steady supply of these in because they've been selling pretty well. There's a coolness factor to them that people who are unfamiliar with them fall in love with right away. And honestly, it's a tool that sells itself because you can instantly see the benefit of owning them when you're if you're a professional tech. You've come across the need for this a million times, and now that somebody actually has it, you'd see that, and of course, it makes perfect sense to own one. So they've been selling pretty well. New batch of Coyle Tools caps. All right. Mesh cap, all black, fully adjustable. Nice two-color embroidery job. Suitable for everybody. You want one? Tell me. I'll send you one. $20. Includes shipping. I think. Yes. All right, what else we got? The new monthly supplemental flyer is out. This one covers the month of August. And this is just a bifold one-pager thing. I haven't really looked at it. I don't generally go over this flyer in too much depth because I only get 100 of them, which means they're gone very quick. I don't spend a ton of time with them. So if there's things in here people want, they ask me for them and I get them. Or if I have them on the truck, then it's all taken care of. But they go so quick and they only last a month. The quarterly flyer that I usually have is the one that I sell mostly out of when it comes to selling out of flyers. But this is a good supplement. And sometimes, too, the prices conflict. Sometimes the price in here is different than the price in the quarterly flyer. We just go with whichever price is less expensive. And you might be thinking that that is strangely inconsistent. The reason is because third parties produce these flyers. I don't make them. My distributor that supplies them to me is not the one to make them. I think they outsource them. So you have a third party who makes these, and there's some discrepancy, but we just go with whatever the cheapest price is. Here's a non-sexy inspection mirror. These are from Ullman. These are the regular lighted back articulating inspection mirrors, but they don't have the cool plunger on it. And the nice thing about the back is it has these two tabs. You can just pop that back off if you need a low profile mirror. But if you want the light, you got the light right there. The Lyle Dafco fuel filter housing wrench is very popular with my diesel customers. I'm trying to show you how thick this is. It's much thicker than a lot of other styles of fuel filter wrench. You cannot bend this thing. This thing is so solid, and that's probably the nicest part about it. If you bend the flimsier ones, they're useless after you do it. This will last you forever. I've never seen a broken one, and it's the only one that I really sell because I won't even put the thinner ones on the truck. Normally, we sell the Power Probe butane torches. I think I like the ones from Master better. Not that there's a problem with the Power Probe ones, but these are about $5 less. They operate almost exactly the same, and I have had some issues with the igniters in those from Power Probe. So I've been putting these on the truck for a while. People seem just as happy with these. I own one myself that I use on. You've seen it in some of the air tool repair videos where I've had to use heat on a few things. I've had to use this to remove a magazine tube on a shotgun for a customer, and they're very handy, easy to use. I'm a big fan, so that's the ones that we're putting on the truck now. I don't know why this is so expensive. This is the Deburring Tool from Titan. This is the one that you put in a drill, and then you turn it over the end of a screw or a tubing or a pipe, and you can remove the burr. I don't know why. I mean, you can get them cheaper on Amazon certainly than what I sell them for, but these are tool truck prices now that I'm showing you because I operate a tool truck. So this one's $64.99. They have a larger one which is over $100, and I don't know why. I don't know what's so special about these things that makes them so pricey. But I have a customer who needs one, and he used his colleagues one too many times, and now he's got to buy his own, so that's what he's getting from me. I'm very happy these came off a back order. Vim has these very popular stripper crimper tools. They have a crimper that's for bare and insulated wire, and they have a stripper that goes from 20 to 12 gauge. They also have a cutter, and these guys are small, compact, light. There's a few brands of these. Lyle has one, OTC has one, Vim, Snap-on has one. I don't know where Snap-on gets theirs made or if they make it themselves, I couldn't tell you. But all the brands that I've seen within our, well, what am I trying to say? All the brands that I've seen are very close in design. So I don't notice a huge difference between them. I do have one customer that wanted ones that had just a cutter on this side of the pivot as opposed to this side of the pivot. So this will fit the bill for him. So there's subtle differences like that, but mostly they're the same size, they have the same features. They do stripping on the same gauge of wire, give or take. I think that they're all equally good quality, and the Vim one is the one that's currently available. All brands that I've seen have been on back order for a long time. It's been kind of frustrating because they're so popular. But finally, these came in. So we'll put those back on the truck. Ernst has very good organizer trays. These are the high-vis green ones. They have them in red and black. And I've been stocking up steadily on these because for some reason, lately there's been a run on organizer trays, and everyone's been buying them as fast as I can get them. From K-Tool, this is the damaged torque screw extractor set. This has 11 pieces in it. And see if you can see on the back there, there's just different bits there that you can use to wedge into the head of a torque screw and extract it that way. They also have a set of these for hex screws. I think those have been on back order lately because those I've had on order for a while, just haven't received them yet. These are fairly inexpensive, so when they're on the truck, they sell pretty quick. I really like K-Tool for a lot of reasons. And one of them is they have specialty tools like this that you can't get just anywhere. Or if you're buying the Mac ones, that cost like 3 times as much as these. You know, give yourself the opportunity to save a few bucks and get something that's rather good quality. I like K-Tool for that stuff a lot because they make a lot of those kinds of things, and I'm a big fan. This is just a brake line thickness gauge. Just standard inventory. Everyone should own a pair if you're doing any kind of brake work at all. You're doing tire rotations or alignments, you're in there, check out the brake pad thickness as a matter of your inspection. And it's a way to upsell services if you notice that there's a deficiency. So it's a good way to quantify a problem if there is one. You can put a number to it, you can show the customer, and maybe get some more sales out of it that way. These are disconnect pliers from Lyle. And the one thing that these sell for is disconnecting airlines. You can squeeze the handle here, and then the forked ends open up, and they spread. So if you have an airline, you can actually clip a pair of vice grips just south of the connector, stick those pliers between the connector and the locked vice grips, and then just press the handles, and the jaws will push against the air connector and separate them. So I can sell that for, I think, $19, or you can buy specialty airline pliers for about $70. Take your pick. This is the click type 1/4-inch drive torque wrench from Gearwrench. I do believe that Gearwrench has the best value in torque wrenches on the market. Their quality is outstanding. I would stack these up against any other brand of torque wrench. Their pricing's pretty good, and I would also stack that up against any other quality brand. I wouldn't buy a junky torque wrench because it's a precision-made instrument that you're relying on, especially if you work in a shop where you have to quantify your torque values. So don't cheap out. Don't use something stupid. Buy something that's good quality. I recommend the Gearwrench ones wholeheartedly. I also recommend the Precision Instruments brand. Those are made in the USA. They're more expensive than Gearwrench. That is made in Taiwan, I think. Hang on, let me find out. Where were they made? Yeah, Taiwan. So, any good torque wrench is expensive. That's just the way it is because of how they manufacture them. So choose your country of origin, choose your price. Every torque wrench that I know of has a 1-year warranty, and most all major brands are easily serviceable as long as it's still have parts for them. I can get them calibrated and repaired, any make, any model, any brand, because we deal with a third-party torque wrench repair facility called Angle Repair, and they're outstanding. They'll treat you right. If you need services through them, look them up. They're in West Virginia. Angle Repair is their name. I'm a fan of the K-Tool Snap Ring Plier set. I am also a fan of the Lang set. There's about a $30 difference. Lang is made in the US. K-Tool is made in Taiwan. So it's really, again, it's a choice of country of origin on this. Is a $30 worth it to you to buy made in the US? Maybe. And good on you if it is. If not, I've got these too. So it really depends on how much you want to spend. Both have lifetime warranties. Both are just as easy to take care of if you have a warranty claim. Milwaukee has this M18 2-gallon wet dry vacuum. You can see the kit in a little more detail there. Customer of mine loves Milwaukee, as a lot of guys do. He's one of these folks that if he's got to buy a tool, he looks first to see if there's a Milwaukee version of it. And he's been a big fan for years. So he just asked me to get that for him the other day, so I'll be delivering that to him this week. Astro Pneumatic is another brand that I'm very fond of. They have really good pricing on most of their stuff. This 5-piece fastener and molding remover set is very popular. I think we're selling it for $25 on the truck. I mean, $25 for a 5-piece set of plastic body clip tools is pretty darn cheap. Also from Astro is this terrific digital tire inflator. This is the one I believe, and someone may have either confirmed or denied this in the comments of a previous video, I can't remember. I believe this is also the Blue Point one, made by Astro. It has a higher throughput than the Milton ones, so it's more popular. It has a really nice braided metal hose on it, as well as a really good chuck, and it takes AAA batteries instead of the small button batteries, so they're easier to change out batteries, easier to get. I'm a big fan of that inflator because of those reasons. I think they build in some extra value there. Gearwrench has a really good value in a stool right now. This guy is adjustable up and down by pulling on the paddle switch right there. Got a pneumatic piston there. Really substantial base. Nice and solid. And the price on that is way better than what I've been seeing shop stools go for, so that's the one I've been putting on the truck lately. I'm doing that one, truck price is $123.50, I believe, and it's been selling pretty well. A lot of interest in that because the price came down. I think I normally saw that one for like $180. So anytime I can take advantage of a lower price, I'm going to do that. Need a promotion? Looking to work your way up in the job? K-Tool has you covered with a promotion pad. Just kneel on that and watch your good fortune follow. No, don't do that. I mean, if you need to, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. Don't let me tell you what to do. Just do your thing. you can use this for whatever purpose suits you. It has magnetic holders there. It's not strong. I mean, I wouldn't pull an Etch-a-Sketch with this and shake it upside down and expect stuff to stick. But it'll keep it from rolling around on you. And it's nice and thick, 3-ply foam. To keep your knees healthy. For whatever purpose you use your knees for. Looks like we got some repair stuff back. Milwaukee replaced a multi-volt charger under warranty. They also, the fella who bought that Milwaukee vacuum also had a quarter drive impact driver taken care of under warranty. They just replaced it with a new one, as Milwaukee tends to do. Got some new products coming in. This is a multi-volt charger with the 8 amp hour M18 battery. That's going on the shelf. The nice thing about packs like that is I can break those up, sell just a charge, just a battery, or make a bundle deal where there's an incentive with the charger or whatever. It's nice when Milwaukee does that. They'll put together these dealer bundles that I can buy and get, like, 6 batteries and a bunch of tools and all the rest of it. They put one price on it or whatever. Now I can make kits out of it. We can break it up and sell individual pieces, whatever people want to buy. And it gives me some nice latitude when working deals with the customer. An M12 grease gun came back from repair. This was a rare problem. This had an issue out of the box. It would not prime. So we sent it to them. Looks like they replaced the motor in it. More Milwaukee. This is a protective boot for the stubby impact. We got some 2 amp hour M12 batteries. I think that was part of a bundle deal. Yeah, because I got a couple of them. Also in that bundle deal was a 2 amp hour M18 battery. This is really good for the grease guns. I wouldn't recommend this on an impact or something that is running more constantly. Something like their grease guns, because they're intermittent usage, are best for the lower capacity batteries. And there's also an issue with some of Milwaukee's tools where they knock the power output down if you put a lower capacity battery on them, so they don't wreck the battery as quickly. So things like their 3/4 and 1 inch impact, you don't get full power out of unless you're using a larger capacity battery, and I believe the same is true for the right angle impact and some other tools. So they will vary the power output based on the size of the battery, even though voltage is voltage, and it's supposed to put out the same power. They build some intelligence in there so that it's not wearing down your battery as fast. I love Mayhew for a lot of reasons. You've heard me sing their praises in a number of videos. This is a 4-piece mini hook and pick set. These are very popular. I saw a lot of these. And when you compare, I did another video on some deals on a Matco flyer. Click up here to check it out. They were selling 4-piece hook and pick sets, mini sets like this. You could choose your color, but you had to pay $60. And then they had the long reach ones, which are maybe about this long. I think they were asking $75 for them. If you don't believe me, look at the look at the flyer video. I was shocked at the price. So I did a video where I kind of called them out on it because I thought that was outrageous. These are, I think, $28 on a tool truck. I'm sure you can get these lots of places for less. And they have a lifetime warranty on them. So I hate to see other tool companies jacking up their prices so bad. I don't know if they do it because they have to and they can't make money any other way, or if I don't know if they're taking advantage of people. I don't think they're nefarious like that, but I think there's a better way to buy tools. I'm hoping that's why I'm in business. And certainly if you don't buy off my tool truck, there's plenty of other places. You can get everything that I sell somewhere else. You can get it at a big box store or online somewhere and spend less. But, you know, the name of the game in the tool truck business is to provide service. That's what I aim to do. I can't keep this thing on the truck. This is a 38-piece ratchet and bit set from Sunex. They got a cool quarter drive ratchet in there and all these bits that fit in a bit receiver in the ratchet, and they have a little extension in there. They have slotted bits, Phillips bits, hex, Torx, and tamper-proof Torx bits in there. Great little comprehensive set. Put it in the drawer of your tool cart, wheel it around the shop with you so you have it with you all the time. Throw one in your car if you need it. In an emergency, you have to do a quick fix on something. Very, very handy. K-Tool also has some pretty nicely priced extractors. These are the 5-piece straight flute extractor set. You know, the kind that you always have, it's always kind of a gamble, so whether or not they're going to work. That's such as it is when it comes to extracting screws and bolts. Between those and the other ones that I showed you and the bolt extractor style, you're pretty much covered. Hopefully, you know, there's enough choices out there with these that you're not struggling too much trying to complete a repair or an extraction. But man, extracting stuff is never easy, and it's always difficult. And I'm glad that K-Tool and other brands like them have nicely priced extractors, because they're going to break. When they do, they got lifetime warranties. I just hand you a new one, and they do a good job for what they are, and you don't have to spend a ton of money on them. This is an automatic center punch from Lyle. That's a spring-loaded point right there, and you just put that on your workpiece, press down, and it puts a little indentation for you to start your drill bit. Oh, I'm so glad to see this came in. This has been on back order forever and a day. I'm trying to replace a flex head 90-tooth ratchet for a customer under warranty, and this thing has been on back order for months. Finally came in. I'm a fan of the Gearwrench 90-tooth. I have yet to service a broken one, strangely. I don't know why that is. I don't know if there's something that's inherently stronger with the mechanism in these or what, but they've been great. People like the smoothness of them. I think they're built pretty well, and so far, haven't seen a broken one. I should correct what I said earlier. I'm not replacing the 90-tooth with this guy. I'm replacing the older 84-tooth. So that one's been discontinued, so this is the one he's getting. And this is the locking one, too. So it has a little locking lever in there. And if you need spot weld cutters, you can spend a lot or you can spend not so much and still get the same quality. This is from SG Tool. This is the one that has that double-sided cutting bit in there. You just unscrew that. You can flip it around and screw it back on the arbor. Please do not drill fast with this and use oil. I've seen guys burn those things up so fast because they just wail away on them and they say, this thing's a piece of junk, it doesn't work. No. You don't know how to drill out a spot weld. That's the problem. Go slow. Use oil. And a steady hand. Don't rock your drill. Just, I don't know. I mean, you know, the more people whose work I see, the more I realize there needs to be a class in how to drill a hole or how to use a drill in general. And for any of you machinists who are watching this, tell me that you disagree with that. I have seen more guys who just believe, and I can't call them wrong in why they believe this way, but they just believe that drilling a hole is a very simple matter, but it's not. It's extremely complex. There's a tremendous amount of science and metallurgy that goes into properly drilling a hole. And maybe that's something that we'll do a video on later. I think that might be a really good subject. The type of bit you buy matters. The type of material you're drilling matters. The type of drilling machine you're using matters. And it all has to come together a certain way, and there's a lot to know. It's not as cut and dry as you might think, and I can give you some stories on some guys that swear the bits or the equipment is junk because they're not be able to put a hole in the material effectively that they're drilling. Little do they know they're using the wrong bit, or they're using the wrong machine, or they don't have the requisite knowledge to match the speed with the bit type, with the material type, and it's them, it's not the tool. There's a lot to it. So I know I kind of got off on a tangent there, but maybe we'll do a video thing on that later. And restocking some quarter drive ratchets. This is the 120 XP Gearwrench Ratchet. I love the 120 XPs. They're very smooth, nice fine tooth, about a 3-degree arc swing out of those, so you can get them in tight spaces. And I haven't noticed them breaking any more or less than any other brand. I repair one, every few weeks. It's not like I'm getting this constant flood of them in. I probably, I think other brands break just as much as they do, and you can save yourself some money and get yourself a really smooth ratchet by going with the 120 XPs. I know guys that say they prefer them over the Snap-on ratchets, and Snap-on has a beautiful ratchet. I just don't know that, aside from preference, I don't know that you're getting a whole lot for your money there. Because also, contrary to what some people say, when I did that Snap-on flyer video, and if you haven't seen it, you got to click up there, because that's the one that kind of put this channel on the map. I read the most amazing comments about people's beliefs with Snap-on. I cannot believe the myths that exist about that company. It's kind of they're kind of like the Harley Davidson of tools. They just have a reputation and an image that is unparalleled by reality. They make fine tools. I'm never going to say anything bad about the quality of a Snap-on tool, but man, people think that they are something that they're not, and it blows me away. I had someone tell me, a number of people tell me in the comments, and I quote, "Snap-on tools don't break." I can't even address that, because yeah, they do. They have a whole department of people whose jobs it is to process warranties for their broken tools. Don't tell me they don't break. Golly. Our friend Cass Nichols from Speed Wrench is getting a new Milwaukee battery, because the one he had was, I don't know what happened to it. I think the little retainer tabs on their M12 batteries are not the greatest design, and they fail sometimes, and I think that's what we're getting that taken care of. So they just sent a new battery. Milton has these little air blowguns. You just hook that up to your hose, and it blows dust and material off you and your clothes, or the car that you're prepping or whatever. Very handy. Great because they stick them in your pocket. They got a little pocket clip on them, so you don't need the larger air gun. You can just have that at the ready in your pocket and just use it whenever you need to. These Coast lights are awesome. I love these headlamps. This is the one I own myself because I love the quality, love the reliability. I love how bright they are. Can't beat the focusing beam and the dual power features it has, and they have a lifetime warranty. I did a video on all their XP lighting, check it out, and I go over the whole lineup and why they offer some value that Streamlight doesn't have. Now, we can get Streamlight and Coast for anyone who wants them. I do keep some Streamlight products on the trucks. When it comes to flashlights and headlamps, however, Coast is the ones that I opt for because they offer a value, other ones don't. So this was pretty much it for this tool hope. I do hope you've seen some things that you haven't seen before. Maybe it gave you some ideas of some tools that you want to put in your arsenal or put on your next tool purchase. And we got some really cool videos coming down the line that I think you're going to find enjoyable. We're going to be working on a 1-inch Ingersoll Air Impact. I also have to repair a broken Mako 1/2-inch Air Impact, which is the Ingersoll 231G. So if you've seen my failure video on the 231G, you're going to want to see this to see if I fail at it again. I am not one to be dissuaded by a failure, so I'm going to tackle the 231G a second time from a different customer and see if I can get this one fixed properly. So do me a favor, click down here now to subscribe so that you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, use a tool, don't be one.